something, you know.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Looking to throw right away is Watson. Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. To throw again on second down. Watson buying time to his left. A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson rolling to his right.
Smoke those, boy.
This one, and that's going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Another tote for ETN. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. Now Lawrence. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Lawrence.
Bully down that. No, why would you move?
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And Chubb will try the middle here. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. No score after 1 on EA Sports. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Throw left side. Caught by the tight end, Njoku. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Hunt will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Eluding the pressure right.
Is you throwing the ball?
Throw across his body and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On the ground with a tight end. And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
Stay in the bed.
David Njoku taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. Hunt going to run for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, he'll try it out there for the next one.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Jags first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed the convert on 4th and long. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Finds his tight end Ingram. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Now Lawrence to throw. Makes the grab. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On first down, Lawrence escaping the pressure right. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the 2nd half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Darius Williams in there to make the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Watson now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
To try again after the sack. Lawrence under pressure, and they got to him again. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. David Bell, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be fourth down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the fourth down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Lawrence. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Being chased, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Lawrence able to shake him off. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete, and unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's across.